Good morning from Delmarva and welcome back to Shorebilly Farmer. We got our lights in today, so I can go ahead and replace the broken lights that are in the shop here. They just quit working. So we got some new ones in. We'll try these out, see how they work. Today, we're going to take a truck to the mill, get that done. The one with the 6-wheeler we filled up with soybeans. It's Sunday. Normally we don't do a whole lot on Sunday. We try to make it more about family, but stuff still needs to get done, and you don't want to leave beans sitting in a truck with rain coming. Soybeans are like little sponges. If you get any kind of moisture on them, or in our area where we're so close to the ocean, when a front comes through, the ocean and the bays are so warm, and then that cold air comes in, it creates fog. And that fog, even though the truck is in a lean-to, an overhang barn, that fog will settle into the beans and the beans will swell up. And when those beans swell up, the moisture goes up. And they dock you for that at the mill. So we try to get those beans out as soon as we can. We'll take them to the mill and drop them off, and then we're probably going to get started pressure washing on the combine today. So lots to do. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to take this grain truck to the mill and get it taken care of, and then we'll get the pressure washing. One thing I was able to do this morning while we're waiting on the air to pump up here in the truck is I was actually able to get my hair cut. Now, it's not very difficult because I'm follically challenged, but, you know, small win. All right, took a break from running around the farm. We're getting ready to start pressure washing the combine when I get back. But I had to come out here and get the shuck cutter that we had sitting out there that my buddy was shuck cutting for me yesterday while I was finishing up beans. So we're getting on down the highway. We'll be home here in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, and then get started on pressure washing. Anybody that's ever pressure washed a combine can tell you it is probably the dirtiest job on the farm that you could do all year long. There ain't no doubt about it. You're going to get wet, you're going to get muddy, you're going to look like a raccoon because your whole face will be black, all except right around your eyes. I'm sure you'll get to see it. Talking about haircuts earlier, what do you call a row of rabbits jumping backwards? A receding hairline. Dad jokes. Creek is flowing. Okay, one of the first things we're going to do to pressure wash this thing is first we need to open all the hatches. So we'll blow the combine off and get rid of all this dust that just easily falls away. It's much easier to get rid of it with the blower than it is to try to pressure wash it off because it just makes a bigger mess. But all of these hatches are full with beans and chaff that just isn't going to get out of the combine unless you open them up. So yeah, I mean, we were dumping some beans on the ground. It just kind of goes with territory. I guess if I was really frugal, I could get a bucket and save it. But since we already took our last truck to the mill, I don't think they'd appreciate me showing up with a 5-gallon bucket full of soybeans to sell. She is dirty. One of the things I noticed when I was blowing it off earlier, I got to blow it off again, because we cut those little bit of soybeans, but there's a bearing right there. You can see the bearing race is cracked and separating. So we'll have to replace that bearing. It's not a big job, easy to do. One of the good things is going over your combine every year like that, you know, pressure washing it, blowing it off, cleaning it, it gets your eyes and hands on everything on the machine so you can find problems like that. For anybody that's building a shop or a garage or just an outbuilding and you do a lot of washing of heavy equipment or even your car, I highly recommend installing a hot water hose tap. Cold water, hot water, and we pressurize with the hot water. It's just below as hot as what would be considered steam washing, but it does help quite a bit in trying to get grease off of equipment. And we just use a little Renai here hooked up to propane. Well, let's see if we can get any tune out of this trombone. It works. It's alive. I don't know why doing this is so fun and mesmerizing, but it is. Whee! I told you I'd get dirty. Actually, not terrible, but I've also been washing myself off as I go. I'm going to quit. It's getting too late to really see what I'm doing, especially up underneath a lot of the shields and everything. You just can't see, and I want to do it right. So we're going to wait till tomorrow afternoon when I get off my regular job. We'll come back out here and hit this again. And I'm sure you guys saw enough of it to know what's going on. I mean, let's face it, there's only so much fun you can have watching a middle-aged, overweight guy in soaking wet clothing dance around and whistle the theme song to Friends. I know you couldn't hear that, but I was whistling the theme song to Friends. I don't know why. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun, and stay tuned for more. With that, goodbye from Delmarva. Shorebilly Farmer, out. I don't know what my son was trying to do here while I was out pressure washing the combine, but I do know one thing. He was using scrap boards. Give me a minute. I'm so proud.